This week on News 30, an anti-Trump rally in Shawnee.
And OBU continues its celebration of Black History Month. Welcome to this week's edition of News 30. I'm Jake Vanderslice.
And I'm Hannah Lounsbury.
Steve Bannon made a rare public appearance today at the Conservative Public Action Conference, defending Trump to the media. He also discussed President Trump's agenda, praising his trade policies, and primarily related to the Trans-Pacific Partnership.
Even with Bannon praising President Trump, some aren't quite so happy. This past weekend, Oklahomans lined up on Kickapoo Street right here in Shawnee for an anti-Trump rally.
The resist movement really is just a bunch of individuals, so it can pop up. It doesn't have to be, there's a happy person who loves us.
This was the scene this last Saturday at the corner of Highland and Kickapoo Street, as members of the Shawnee Uprising Resist Trump movement gathered for a peaceful, organized protest.
We are people who believe in the power of people, and we see that all around the world, literally. When people get out to make their political thoughts known, change does happen.
Resist Trump member Donna Schoenkoff says that it's not just about standing against President Trump, it's also about promoting a more accepting social atmosphere.
Well, we're here because we are a part of a resist movement, which is pretty diametrically opposed to all the things Trump is wanting to have happen in our country. And we're trying to defend what we think is a better life and is not based on fear and hate, that it's based on the opposite, which is peace and love.
Although the protest last Saturday never turned violent and appeared to be perfectly legal, there are still rules that protesters must obey before they take to the streets.
If they're on public property and nobody wants them there, then they have to leave. And if they're impeding traffic, like if you're going to be in the street and impeding traffic, then that's also, you can go to jail or get a ticket.
No matter what disagreements take place, it is still the right of the people to protest, as long as it's legal. I'm Jason Berger with Shawnee's News 30.
Last week, the Shawnee Board of Education discussed updates to districts after passing a $32 million bond in April, along with county sales tax. About 3/4 of the project's cost will go towards a safe room in the Stucker complex at a high school. Board members also discussed the idea of purchasing new land for a new elementary school. The issue is still undecided as of now. Other planned improvements include renovations to the parking lot and playgrounds at Will Rogers and Jefferson Elementary, wall finishes at the high school, and remodeling at Sequoia.
If you've been wondering about these red X's all over your Instagram account, today is National Shine a Light on Slavery Day. The X is the symbol for the End It movement, working to raise awareness for human trafficking. Today, it is estimated that there are 20 million people enslaved in human trafficking. 55% of victims are women and girls, and nearly 1 in 5 victims of slavery are children. Human trafficking has been reported in 167 countries. In total, that's 87% of all nations. These X's are on hands all across the nation to raise awareness, provoke discussion, and call people to action to end modern-day slavery. You can join the movement by going to www.enditmovement.com and hashtag your efforts on social media with hashtag #EndItMovement.
When we come back, flu season is in full swing.
And OBU continues its celebration of Black History Month. Stay tuned.
If you haven't been sneezing, sniffling, or coughing, you're one of the lucky ones. Flu season began October 2nd and will most likely last until this May. The Oklahoma State Department of Health has been monitoring the hundreds of flu hospitalizations since September 1st and have confirmed 8 deaths caused by the flu. You could take precautions by getting your flu shot, eating nutritious food, getting plenty of sleep, and making sure to wash your hands frequently. If you begin to experience flu-related symptoms like a fever, cough, sore throat, or runny nose, it's recommended to go to your doctor immediately. St. Anthony's Urgent Care Center is located at 3208 Medical Park Drive, and their phone number is 405-878-7160.
As the month of February reaches its end, so do the events celebrating Black History Month. Last night, reporter Alyssa Speraza attended a forum right here on OBU's campus.
So our mission is to assist African Americans and other minorities achieve social and economic equality.
President and CEO of the Urban League, Dr. Valerie Thompson, spoke at Oklahoma Baptist University to students and faculty during a forum over the state of Black economy in Oklahoma.
The Urban League is located in Oklahoma City, and we service about 10,000 people a year. We have programs in education, workforce, community convenience, social justice, and we help so many people. We try to help them lift themselves out of poverty.
Education for young students was discussed at length with the problems the Oklahoma education system has been facing.
So if you can't read at 3rd grade, you can't do math by 6th grade. You can't do reading and math, especially math at 6th grade. You can't pass the pre-ACT test in 8th grade.
The Urban League has services that extend beyond Oklahoma City with programs that can be accessed right here in Shawnee.
Well, if you want to access some of our service, you can through our website, which is www.urbanleagueok.org, particularly our homebuyer education class and our entrepreneur classes. Those are all online.
Their services are free to the public, and you can find out more on their website. Melissa Speraza, Shawnee News 30.
OBU is offering 3 new group therapy programs for students and faculty and their families starting next week. 2 will focus on anxiety, and the other will focus on healthy living. It's a 6-week course made by marriage and family therapy graduate students right here on Bison Hill. To sign up or for more information, you can go to www.okbu.edu/mft/graduate.
For all students planning to live on campus next semester, there is a housing meeting on Monday, February 27th. The meeting will be in Potter Auditorium at 9 p.m. and has all the information you need to make sure you have somewhere to stay for fall 2017. This meeting is not mandatory, but it's going to give you some very important information on the sign-up process.
When we come back, Jake Nelson will have your weather update. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to News 30. Jake Nelson has this week's weather. Jake, do you have anything to say about this uncharacteristic warmth?
Well, it doesn't feel like February outside today, does it? A high of 86 is where we topped out at. Along with unusual temperatures, strong winds peaking at 18 miles per hour. So overall, a very out-of-character day for late February. But let's take a look at the conditions outside right now here in Shawnee. Shawnee's still seeing some of those wind gusts rolling in. Then tomorrow the wind is going to flip on us and start to blow out of the northwest around 10 to 15 miles per hour. And with that wind change comes the cold temperatures we expect to see around this time. High of 58 tomorrow with sunshine and strong winds. Lows dropping into upper 20s. Then Saturday we're looking at about the same as Friday. High of 51 with a little bit less wind, but chilly night in the lower 30s. Sunday, however, we've seen strong change. Strong winds and the 50% chance of rain in the afternoon, with Sunday with temperatures in the upper 50s. That rain chance continues into the Monday morning, along with those clouds sticking around for the beginning of next week. Highs varying anywhere from the low 60s and 70s. Lows around the 30s to 40s range. The sunshine will finish off your week. And now you're up to date with News 30's latest weather forecast. I'm Jake Nelson. And after the break, Jason Berger will tell us about how OBU indoor track plays at the Track National Championship. Stick around.
Welcome back. Jason Berger has your weekly sports update.
Hey, thanks, Jake. In sports news this week, members of the OBU men's and women's indoor track team are officially NCCAA Indoor Track National Champions. The men finished with a total of 154.5 points, while the women's team posted 227 of their own. This is the 2nd straight national championship for the men's team and an incredible streak of 8 consecutive calendar years with a women's track and field national championship. It's also the 6th national championship for the men's program and the 5th under the leadership of head coach Ford Maston. A note on the women's track team, the Lady Bison have the most successful program in Oklahoma Baptist postseason history, winning 11 of the total 27 national championships claimed by teams on Bison Hill. In OBU baseball news, the Bison baseball team will host Henderson State starting tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. Both teams are evenly matched, sitting at 7-2 and 7-3 respectively, although the Bison are the first in the Great American Conference standings. Starting pitcher Jenny Parra has 3 wins under his belt and is only 2 games away from being the most winning pitcher in OBU baseball history. Parra has also been pitching lights out and has posted a 2.12 earned run average in his first 3 games. News 30 Sports will continue to follow Parra's progress up until he is the new king of the mound. And in NBA news, earlier this afternoon, Oklahoma City Thunder general manager Sam Presti reached a trade agreement with the Chicago Bulls as the trade deadline came to a close. The Thunder traded away Cameron Payne, Joffrey Laverne, and Anthony Morrow, and in return, Chicago is sending Doug McDermott and Taj Gibson to Oklahoma City. The Thunder will also get the Bulls' 2018 second-round draft pick as part of the deal. Thunder fans can now breathe a sigh of relief, as rumors that Andre Robertson was on the trading block were proved to be false. Taj Gibson adds a versatile forward to the Thunder staff, while Doug McDermott adds the potential for more perimeter shooting. The Thunder are currently sitting at number 7 in the Western Conference standings. Well, that's all I have for sports. Han and Jake, back to you.
Well, that's all we have for this evening. Make sure to tune back in next Thursday at 6:30 p.m. And remember, there are only 15 days until spring break, so hang in there, students.
You can also watch our shows on YouTube and follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Shawnee News 30. Have a great night, and we'll see you next week.